Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another flip through review video. Today we're going to look at The Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid. I know this is an oldie, but it is a goodie, no pun intended. So this is published by Hay House and it retails for $24.99. This is a deck all about positivity. So there are no bad or negative cards. It's all about switching it to a positive light. So this is 78 cards, of course, and a guidebook. This classical tarot gets a modern twist in this gorgeous deck rooted in positive psychology and personal transformation. The suits are the 4 elements: air, water, earth, and fire, and the 78 cards are read as archetypal aspects of the human experience that we may encounter in ourselves or in the world. Unlike most decks, the cards' messages are not forecasts or warnings, but positive affirmations in the now, so you can integrate their energy immediately and personally. Traditional tarot enthusiasts can also use this deck for their favorite spreads. The Good Tarot is especially helpful when you feel lost, are concerned about choices you've made, or seek greater understanding in your circumstances. It's about recognizing the many forms of truth and seeing the light that accompanies the shadow so you can help the light increase its brilliance. All right, and so again, cover illustration, and I believe illustration in general is Jena DellaGrottaglia. I can never say her name right. And in the description box, I will put all of the places I know where you can purchase this deck. And I'm not sponsored or paid for these flip throughs or reviews. It's just me helping you guys out, finding a deck that you connect with. So we open it up and we have this beautiful illustration and each of the cards' meanings. I believe it does have some spreads. Let's see, her history, how it works. So it's, this deck was created to find solutions, choose directions, and gain understanding of any situation for the highest good of all. So working with it may be an experience unlike any you've had before doing tarot reading. All right, the purpose of this tarot is to direct you, the questioner, to the best possible solution that will aid you in healing yourself and consequentially the world. You will not find here cards that are negative or dire warnings meant to scare you. As you look at the images and read the words interpreting the message of the card, you will not think about the bad things that might happen to you or dwell on loss, grief, resentment, anger, or worry. Instead, you will be gently and lovingly guided to experience the light aspect of any message. All right, so I'm not sure. I thought there were spreads in here, but I could be wrong. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got everything here for you. Readings. Yeah, apparently not. But again, this is like any tarot deck. You can use any spread. It's just going to be in the present tense. So let's take a look at these cards. They are like the thickness about of an oracle card deck. And they are gorgeous. So there's the back. It's like an old library book or an old book. And I just love it. It is glossy. So if it's something that bothers you, just keep that in mind. You can see the ring light reflection. So I'll try to make it so you can't see it. But they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love that they're borderless. They are numbered and they are labeled. And they're good thickness too. They're not terrible in thinness at all. They're flexible, but they snap back, which I feel is important. Trying to get it so that the reflection is not there. The artwork is just so beautiful. And they feel good gliding through the hand. Some of them are renamed, as you can tell. But as far as using this as a beginner, this is completely fine. I feel like it might help you out learning the suits a little bit better. The definitions in the books and the meanings might be a little tricky for you, but I have said in the past, and I will always say it, if you find yourself a good tarot book with, meanings broken down, you won't need necessarily a guidebook unless the guidebook has like weird how to use it type of a thing. Like this situation, this is all about positivity and in the present tense, but you can still use it as a regular tarot. But get yourself a good guidebook. I recommend anything by Liz Dean or Barbara Moore or even Colette, and you know, have it by your side when you're using any kind of new deck. And as a beginner, it'll become quite easy for you to learn using any deck. Some decks like these have a little particularities that make the deck unique. So keep that in mind as well. They're just so, so pretty. And this deck really is positive and beautiful. And, you know, you get the sense of calm, even with these sword cards. Usually the swords can be kind of negative or kind of like your Debbie Downer of the deck, but they're just so uplifting and beautiful and positive. I love this one particularly. And I love how in the deck, or in the guidebook, excuse me, that there are little affirmations. So if you do a card pull a day and you look at the affirmation and you use the affirmation during the day, it's so nice and convenient. Like you don't have to make it up for yourself. And then if you do a journal, it's perfect for that as well. And I will be making a video about how to create your own tarot journal. I'm just going to take a minute and make sure I have what I want for the video for you guys. I don't want to rush it because I do not currently have my own that I use every day, but I think what I'll do is maybe do a month's worth and then film so you guys can see the examples. But anyway, I love the water so much. So hopefully you can tell how positive this is, because it really is. And as far as doing readings for other people that are not quite used to tarot, this would be a good deck to pull out and use for them because it is so positive. Like I said, for a beginner, this is completely fine for a beginner. However, you may need to have another book for it in case you get a little confused or it's not enough information for you. So pretty. And we're coming to the end real fast. And so what I'll do is I'll show you how it shuffles, and then I will read you from the guidebook how it will be read if you pull a card a day, okay? All right. I feel like these cards are pretty durable. I'm notorious for being rough with my shuffling. So, you know, my edges are always going to get chipped and stuff like that. So I'm not too worried, but they are pretty durable. They do shuffle really well. They're a little stiffer than other cards, I guess I should say. They're a little stiffer, so when you shuffle, they do bounce back, which is really, really nice. However, with the size of the cards, it's going to be a little bit, there's going to be more resistance, but that's fine. That's totally fine. So we'll shuffle this way. They don't stick, which is great. Sometimes with the glossy coat, they tend to stick a little bit and you got to pull them apart when you shuffle, but this deck has not had any issues with that. So what we'll do is, this one fell out, so we'll go ahead and read from that guidebook as I make a mess. Put it over there. All right, so there's 2 of Earth. Oh, what are we doing? In the wrong spot. All right, 4 of Earth. Ownership, the beauty of divine order, trusting in a solid foundation. So the affirmation is, even if I feel shaken up and am unable to understand why things happen as they do, I know for certain that divine order manifests in all aspects of my life. What I have built rests on a solid foundation, so there is no need to fear. While it is true that nothing is permanent in the material world, excuse me, I find security in the existence of a divine plan. Spirit is always there to remind me that I am exactly where I am meant to be for my highest good and my highest good of all, and that I always have abundance available to me. So this is the 4 of Pentacles, and that would be the affirmation. So again, if you're a beginner and this doesn't make sense to you, you can use this with a tarot guidebook or a tarot meaning book. You can purchase those almost anywhere. And again, I recommend Liz Dean. I think Colette Baron-Reid has a few, and then Barbara Moore has a few as well. They're very accurate, very detailed, and any one of those would be perfect. And then you can use that along with this to figure out your readings. So hopefully this resonated with you guys as far as, you know, you enjoyed the deck, and that whole spiel made sense. But I really do love this deck. I think there is a beauty in it for it being positive and for the here and now. And I mean, even the Tower card, it's usually pretty, I don't want to say gruesome, but it's fearful. You know, it's one of those cards that when we get it, we're like, ugh, stuff's going down. It's going down. But this is beautiful. And it just, there's just something like a gracefulness to this deck. And I do enjoy it. I love it. And, you know, I haven't played around with it too much. Like, here's the Devil card. I haven't played around with it too much since it's fairly new, but what I did play around with it, it was very, very accurate, and it was very, very soothing. It's one of those decks where you can just use when you need some self-care time and when you just need a little bit of extra guidance that, you know, you need a gentle hand per se. So let me know if you own this deck, if this is one that you are thinking about purchasing, because I do adore it. I think it is one that possibly we should all have for the times where we need a gentle hand, for a gentle nod in the right direction, right? So that, let me know what you think about that. And for the price, I do think it is a very decent price. I happen to get this on a sale. Gotta love those Hay House sales. And as far as the sturdiness goes, I think it's fantastic. I think anybody would enjoy this, beginner to you know, expert level reader. And the cardstock, everything, art, it's all perfect. I love it. All right, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite Colette Baron-Reid deck is, because I do happen to own a few of hers now, and I have been really enjoying her. So let me know what yours is down in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.